stolen from your world, dealing with a breakup, wandering away, heading for the water. It's one more year today. I wonder if it matters. I have said too much, I do agree. If I had my way, you come back. I would like to see those hazel eyes again. As I sit here, sitting all alone, on the same place you kept telling me I was the one. And all these letters, everything we knew. Even though you're gone away, my heart has gone with you. My turn sing today. I don't wanna wait home. Weekend feels the same. Nobody will ever know. And it's the kind of limbo that I'm in. When are you gonna let me slowly touch your skin? You and me will never be. It's clear to see I've said too much. I do agree. If I had my way, you come back. I just like to see those hazel eyes again. As I sit here, sitting all alone, on the same place you kept telling me I was the one. And all these letters, everything we knew. Even though you're gone away, my heart has gone with you. Even though you're gone away, my heart has gone with you. I'm not one of those who easily can open up and let somebody close. No, I'm not one of those who is the center of attention. I'm not one of those. No. Some people might say I am afraid, but I just do things my own way. I don't know why, 'cause I don't like people pleasing. And sometimes they don't see what defines me, but I don't need them honestly, 'cause I got you. Everybody else makes me feel small and dumb. 'cause you're not like everybody else at all. You're everything everyone else is not. Judge before they know somebody. I just feel at home. Yeah. You like to take things slow, never stressing anybody. That's just how I roll. Yeah. Some people might say I am afraid, but I just do things my own way. I don't know why. I don't like people pleasing, and sometimes they don't see what defines me, but I don't need them all to see, 'cause I got you. Everybody else makes me feel small and done and lost, but you're not like everybody else at all. You're the only one who makes me talk and walk so tall, 'cause you're not like everybody else at all. You're everything everyone else is not. You're everything everyone else is not. You're everything everyone else is not. All your friends are saying you're doing fine, but how about last night when you cried your eyes out? I bet they're not aware you came by, and now my mind's a mess. It keeps telling me there's no one like you. Oh, how will I get through all these nights when I'm alone? I keep scrolling through my phone now. I wish there was a pill to get over someone you love, but doesn't have no more. Doesn't have no more. I wish I could delete every inch of me that feel like you're all I need and more. You're not all I need no more. No, not anymore. No, not any. All my friends are taking me to bars, and we dance all night while I cry my eyes. Now I'm drunk enough to call you. Now I'm drunk enough to accidentally grab a taxi to the one street that I know. Oh no, there's no one like you. Oh, how will I get through all these nights when I'm alone? I keep scrolling through my phone now. I wish there was a pill to get over someone you love, but doesn't have no more. Doesn't have no more. I wish I could delete every inch of me that feel like you're all I need and more. You're not all I need no more. No, survive and getting drained. They settle for second best, scared to risk what the future might bring. What the future might bring. I hold my breath, waiting for someone to knock at my door, telling me there is more waiting for me. Whoa. If I love you harder than I've ever done before, oh, maybe I belong somewhere above the water. My lungs are tired from running for a long time. My feet got blisters, but maybe I belong if I love a little harder. If I love all the ways the world puts me to the test, if I embrace every fall, learn to grow and keep myself tall, would it hurt at all? I hold my breath, waiting for someone to knock at my door, telling me there is more waiting for me. Whoa. If I love you harder than I've ever done before, oh, maybe I belong somewhere above the water. My lungs are tired from running for a long time. My feet got blisters, but maybe I belong if I love a little harder. A little harder. If I love a little harder. It's a hard thing to know that your soul